Going on, everybody? It's Jacob Viral. Today I'm working on the port. There's an area on the port that may be a good consideration for anybody that has a wall build, or maybe even any other system. This might help you, but this is a tip I'm working on, so stay tuned. So this is Jacob Viral 2, second channel. Subscribe if you haven't. My 4/18 build's coming along. Just fine-tuned the doors, so you have to watch that video for the previous build. So the doors are complete. I added another sheet to it, so go watch that video to see how I did it and why I did it, as well as, hey, it was some scrap wood, so I made it work. So I got some additional scrap wood, and I'm thinking, what can I do? And I just brainstormed and found out something that's an issue in this build. You guys and girls that are watching may know what this is, if you ever see this, but you want to make sure your port is aligned on both ends, regardless if your center port, driver port, passenger, etc. So if you have a wall build, this is pretty important for you. And this might not be a critical thing to me, but in general, I don't know, but I wanted to make a video on it. So just to show you in perspective, sorry that the port's a little bit in the way with the roundover, but if I show you just a general view of this, look at how much it's off. So it's off center that much. So if I was to put it from end to end, you can see how much of a gap that has on the port here. Let me explain a little better. So right here, I've got about 2 inches, 2.5 inches of room that I'm gonna need to add to this. So just general view right here in this area, you see how you have all of that space here, but on the other side, you don't really see much space in between. So the gap up to there is solid. So it's flush all the way at the top here. But on this one, the top here is where it's flush. So I'm wanting to close that in and make it perfectly parallel. What that does, it will slightly deviate the port length, as well as add just a hair more of space into the ported section. It also might slightly change my peak, and it could help pressurize the cabin a little better. So if anybody hasn't looked into that on your wall, why don't you check it out, especially if you're driver's side trying to get as loud as you can. I'm gonna try it out and see. I already know my numbers before, so I kind of can see how much gain I have on this. So that test is gonna be able to find out that. So at the end of this video, you'll see what I did to get to that part. So I'm gonna have to remove this PVC round over, and I'll show you where I stand and then how much I'm gonna add, give you an example of what I'm explaining here. So stay tuned, hit the like button if y'all like this kind of content. I try to entertain with different things that you normally wouldn't see on YouTube, as well as it's just my hobby, and we're baseheads. So thanks for being subscribers, and stay tuned. In a minute, you're gonna see this complete. There you go. It's not finished, but just wanted to mock it up, kind of show y'all what I was talking about. I was gonna do a 2x2, but I decided to do a 2x6 or a 2x4, but I decided to do a 2x6 instead. So most wall builds don't go past the B-pillar line, but I wanted to try it out just for fun. My last build ended up like right here, but anytime I'm doing videos, there's always a truck. Sorry about that. But yeah, this one you can kind of see a figure there. Excuse me. All right, so that's kind of how it looks there. I'm gonna also add to this, bring it up to like right there. So that way it gives it a little bit more of a point there for something to work with. But I definitely think that's gonna be different. I already did a quick little test off camera with the meter on the glass, and for some reason it went, when I took out the roundover here and I added this, my peak didn't really change much because I also added port area, but I added leg length here, so it went up like 0.2 decibels just from that. So I took out the roundover at the bottom as well. Let me show you on the other side real quick. Hopefully this kind of stuff is entertaining, is different. Not many people do this on video. So there's my door finished up. But that's how it looks. So you see how I added to that there, and I'll be able to close it off with tape, smooth it out. I might even consider doing a round over there. I'm not sure yet what, but I'm able to push the seat back all the way to right here as well if I want to. So depending on how I want to have comfort zone for driving, I'm able to push my seat back. Luckily I could do that. My last build, that other side of the B-post, the wood was too close, so it kind of stopped the chair from moving. But for this one, it doesn't. But that's how it's looking. I'm gonna add a little 45 there, see how it looks, close it in, tape it up. Hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be able to see how it looks complete. And down here, I'll add a round over probably again, so that way it doesn't just have a flat surface, just a little kick there for the round over. But that's how it's looking. Got to close it up, the gap, add a couple more screws, and we'll see how that looks. So the main purpose behind this, if anybody's curious, is the reason I did this is just trial and error. Every system's different, so you can try things out and see. I actually noticed that my low frequency response dropped one, so instead of peaking at 26 hertz, it was peaking at 25 hertz, and that's just by me having a little extra leg length. And it could go even lower or higher, depending on what I do at the bottom, and just round overs. My port is just about dialed in. I'll have to do more port video tests, but it's definitely looking good. It's right around the 85% cone area mark for port area. I think it's like 16 to 18 square inches per cube of box space. But that's how it's looking. Let me go ahead and cut this off, and I'll get back to y'all when I got this updated again. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see y'all in a second. There we have it. You can see a little crease where the wood starts all the way up, but got it taped up. Also the 45 in there, taped up. So you can hardly see it unless you really pay attention, but added that additional 5.5 inches to the port length there. So that way, when you look at how it aligns, see, it gives me about 1.5 inches, 2 inches on this area of the wall for the loading wall where the port loader is loading off of. So that adds a little bit of length and depth. And I'll show you how it looks on the other side, and then we'll find out at the end of the video what it peaks at real quick. There we go. Turn around. Sure this is shut. About to see what it peaks at on the meter too. So, couldn't tell you if 100% yet if this is a gain or a loss, but I personally think it's going to help. So that's where it's all the way down to the bottom there. So yeah, my seat's getting annihilated by the port. Problems is a base head with driver port. So look like I missed one little spot for tape, but y'all see the gist of it, how it looks. So hit the light button and let's go ahead and turn on this. Let's turn it on real quick. Let's find out what it's peaking at. I'm gonna guess the peak will be about the same. It shouldn't change much. So subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's see. Okay, it's on. I'm so used to saying subscribe. There we go. Find the peak real quick. I do appreciate y'all always being subscribers, by the way. Always watching my videos. I'm making sure I got everything dialed in, turned on. I'm gonna do volume 25. Vehicle off this time, why not? Bass knob on. Gotta watch that tape video if you haven't seen it, to see how the whole box was taped. Pretty interesting to see the loss or gain there by having the whole box taped. Alright. So I got my sweep on. We'll have this door shut for that. So there we go. Okay. Peaking at 50 hertz. 50 hertz is my peak, so that means that I'm peaking right at my maximum limit. I don't want to go above 50 hertz. If it's as long as I can play below 50 hertz on music, I'm fine. A burp, I'm fine with the 51, 52 hertz, but there we go. So and it went up. It looked like it went up about 0.2 because it was right at a 39.9, 41, so 0.2. So I'll count that as a small gain just by me doing that. So 0.2 of a gain there. It could be different at high volume, but right now it's early. I can't play it. So, but stay tuned for the next one. Subscribe if you haven't, and Jacob Vile out. What's going on, everybody? This is Jacob Vile ending this video to say thank you for watching my videos. Every single day I have a daily cardio video I upload. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell, and I'll see you tomorrow.